afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Phone News with me, Alia Putri, as presenter. Today, we bring several informations about Munir's case. Munir Said Talib was one of Indonesia's most vocal and respected human rights activists. He dedicated his life to uncovering abuse committed during the Suharto regime, especially those involving forced disappearances and military violence. His work earned him both admiration and enemies within powerful circles. In 2004, Munir planned to pursue a master's degree in the Netherlands, focusing on the international law and human rights. On September 6, he boarded a Garuda Indonesia flight from Jakarta to Amsterdam. It was supposed to be the beginning of a new chapter, but instead it became the setting for a well-planned assassination. On the flight, Polikarpus Budihari Prianto, a Garuda Indonesia pilot not officially on duty, befriended Munir. Polikarpus even offered him a seat upgrade to business class, where Munir acknowledged consumed a drink less with arsenic. After a stopover in Singapore, Munir started feeling unwell. His symptoms worsened as the flight continued, and tragically, he died just 2 hours before landing in Amsterdam on September 7, 2004. Dutch authorities conducted an autopsy and confirmed that Munir had been poisoned with lethal dose of arsenic. The case sent shockwaves across Indonesia and the world. An investigation revealed disturbing links between Polikarpus and Indonesian State Intelligence Agency. Despite Polikarpus being convicted and sentenced, doubt remained about who orchestrated the murder. Polikarpus himself maintained he was just a small piece in a larger scene. Over the years, many have suspected higher-ranking officials were involved, but legal proceedings have frequently fallen short of uncovering the full truth. Munir's assassination remains a symbol of immunity in Indonesia, as his family and human rights organizations continue to demand justice for one of the nation's most courageous voices. Our crews, Ersa Ahmadiani and Sheila Zalfa, Alia Danicinta, and Akun Chanara will be reported out there.
Okay, thank you, Alia. I'm currently here with one of the students from the Faculty of Law, 11 Maret University. Hi, Kanasha.
Hi.
Okay, Kanasha, what do you know about Munir?
Okay, Munir Said Talib was an Indonesian human rights activist, founder of the impartial and vocal critic of government policies. He was poisoned with arsenic and died on September 7, 2004. During a flight to Amsterdam, his murder remains unsolved, and his death is a symbol of the ongoing fight for human rights in Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Kanasha, for your time. The murder of Munir began on September 7, 2004, when he died during a Garuda Indonesia flight from Jakarta to Amsterdam. An autopsy revealed that Munir died from arsenic poisoning. The initial investigation pointed to Polikarpus Budihari Prianto, a Garuda pilot, who was found to have carried arsenic on the flight. Polikarpus was sentenced in 2005, but many people believe he was not the only perpetrator and that the case involved higher-ranking individuals. Given Munir's role as a human rights activist who was vocal in criticizing the government, despite effort by the National Commission on Human Rights to investigate further, many people feel the investigation has been hindered by political forces. The case remains a symbol of injustice and an obstacle to the pursuit of truth and justice in Indonesia. That's all from me. Now we turn to reporter 2.
Thank you, Ersa. As reporter 1, now back with me, Nara, as reporter 2. I will interview one of the students from the Law Faculty of 11 Maret University. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Haryadi Kusuma.
Okay, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Now I'd like to ask, what is your opinion about the Munir case, which is with the lie regarded as human rights violation?
Okay. In my opinion, this case reflects a failure to uphold justice and highlight a lack of accountability in addressing human rights violations. To this day, many view of the resolution of Munir's case as slow and non-transparent, serving as a reminder of the need for legal and political reform in Indonesia to prevent future human rights abuses.
Okay, thanks for the time, Arya. The Munir case is widely regarded as one of Indonesia's most prominent examples of human rights violations. Munir Said Tholib, a prominent human rights activist, was assassinated with arsenic poisoning during a flight to the Netherlands in 2004. The case exposed significant flaws in Indonesia justice system and raised questions about state accountability and transparency in human rights protection. Okay, that's all from me. Now we turn to reporter 3.
Okay, thank you Nara. Now I'm currently at Faculty of Law 11 Maret University with one of the students. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Andis Novanda.
Okay, Andis, as we know, in Munir case, two suspects have been named Polikarpus and Muhdi. Do you think they were truly responsible for Munir's murder?
In my opinion, Polikarpus and Muhdi have not been 100% proven as suspect in Munir murder case and are merely being used as scapegoats. The determination of them as suspect in Munir's murder highlight the importance of a transparent investigation to ensure justice, restore public trust in the legal system, and protect the right of human rights activists.
Okay, thank you Andis for your opinion.
Yes.
The determination of Polikarpus and Muhdi as suspect in Munir's murder case raised significant questions about justice and accountability. While Polikarpus was convicted and served time for his role in the crime, the involvement of Muhdi remains a topic of controversy and speculation. It's crucial for law enforcement and judicial institutions to thoroughly and transparently investigate all evidence to ensure that justice is served. This case is not only about finding the perpetrators, but also restoring public trust in the legal system and protecting the rights of human rights activities. That's all from me. Now we turn to reporter 3, Angela.
Okay, thank you reporter 3 Arya for the time. Come back with me, Ansela Zalfadiana Paramita, as your beloved reporter here. Currently, Munir's case is still a mystery and many questions arise in society. Here, I will ask one of the students from the law faculty of 11 Maret University. And now, I'm with
Amanda Desi.
Okay, Amanda. The question is, what is your opinion regarding the government's actions, which until now have not been able to reveal Munir's case?
Okay, in my opinions, the government's failure to resolve the Munir case reflects its inability to uphold justice and transparency, especially in high-level human rights violations. While some suspects were convicted, many other suspects of involvement remain unaccounted for. This has damaged the country's image regarding its commitment to human rights and deepens public distrust in legal institutions.
Okay, Amanda, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Angela.
The government's actions have not been able to solve the Munir case, reflect a failure to uphold justice and transparency, especially in cases involving allegations of high-level human rights violations. Even though several suspects were convicted, there are still many elements suspected of being involved and have not been accounted for. The government's inability to reveal the truth worsens the country's image of its commitment to human rights and deepens public distrust of legal institutions. Munir's case should have been a momentum for the government to show its side toward the victim, but instead it shows that there are weaknesses in the law enforcement system which should be independent and transparent. That's our interview today. Thank you for your time. I'm Ansela Zalfa as reporter 2, saying goodbye. Bye-bye.
Well, viewers, that's all the news today. And for more information, you can check our website at www.allnews.com. And I am Alia Putri Rahman. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. After watching the news about Munir's case, what do you think about this Munir's case, guys? I think it's a complicated assassin case.
Okay, I think the Munir murder case demonstrates the failure of Indonesian justice system to deliver transparent and accountable justice. Although Polikarpus Budi Hadiprianto was convicted as the main perpetrator, the investigation did not reveal who was the higher-ups involved were. Given Munir's role as an activist critical of the government, this shows the political influence in the legal process that hinders the search for truth. Legally, the principle of due process of law was not met, and such evidence was not fully revealed. Komnas HAM needs to push for the resolution of this case by ensuring transparency and accountability. The Munir case signals the need for reform with to strengthen the independence of legal institutions and ensure victims' right to justice.
And what about Alia's opinion? I think my opinion about the Munir case is a very important issue that highlights serious problems with human rights in Indonesia. Munir Said Talib was a brave activist who fought for justice, but he was murdered in 2004. Even though there is evidence suggesting that the government might have been involved, many people still feel that justice has not been served, just like Ersa said. And as a student, I believe it's crucial for our country to confront this case honestly. When the government fails to hold those responsible accountable, it sends a message that the human rights violation can happen without any consequences. This not only affects activists like Munir, but also puts everyone at risk. We need to learn from this case and push for real changes. It's time for our leaders to take responsibility and ensure that such tragedies do not happen again. Justice for Munir is not just about one person, it's about protecting the rights of all citizens and creating a safer, more just society. What about Akwil?
Okay, I think the murder of Munir is not just a tragedy for him or his family, but also highlights significant challenge in Indonesian efforts to respect and protect human rights. Resolving this case thoroughly, including exposing the intellectual mastermind behind it, is a critical step toward restoring public trust and ensuring that similar violations do not happen in the future. Legal reform and better protection for human rights activists must become a priority for the government.
And what about Alia's opinion?
In my opinion, the unresolved murder of Munir highlights the ongoing challenge in seeking justice for human rights defenders. Despite prolonged investigation, the truth remains undisclosed, and leaving a vital question unassured. This lack of resolution not only denies justice to Munir and his family, but also risks undermining public confidence in the legal and judicial system. A transparent and renewed investigation is crucial to demonstrate the nation's commitment to justice, accountability, and protecting human rights advocates. Resolving the case would affirm that crimes against justice defenders will not go unpunished. And how about you, Sheila?
Okay, in my opinion, the Munir case remains unresolved due to the government's lack of firmness in completing the investigations, including providing protection for witnesses, taking decisive action against suspected perpetrators, and ensuring transparency in the legal process. The government's slow and seemingly unresponsive approach gives the impression of political obstacles or a lack of seriousness in pursuing justice for Munir and his family. Sorry. I think I agree that Munir's case is one of the big cases in Indonesia. It's violation of human rights, right?
I think it's really complicated.
Yeah.